Hello, Patreon, and welcome to the first episode of 2026 for Spectre Approved. So I guess my biggest question outside of our normal topics that I have for you, Fenris, is I just want to hear about your trip and your your wonderful time you had over the holidays, because I'm insanely jealous.
So I went to Japan. Uh, uh,
The weed motherland.
yeah, and I had a blast. Um, I went there basically to eat a lot of food. So I sent pictures to the Discord of all the food I ate. Um, and then I went and saw a shrine and a Buddhist temple, and went to the top of Tokyo Tower and took a lot of pictures of the city skyline at night, which was just beautiful.
Did you throw a bunch of money off the top of Tokyo Tower
No,
in reference to Yakuza? Very disappointing.
yeah, the Tokyo Tower, it's all closed off. So
Okay.
I haven't played that, so it might have been a different tower. I'm not sure, but where we went, it was closed off, the observatory deck. So I
Okay.
guess, yeah, because apparently suicide is a very big thing in Japan. So
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. They do work their people hard.
yeah. I went by and saw the Square Enix headquarters, which was really cool. Um, Went and saw a bunch of like weeb stores. Like there's several um, One Piece stores and Pokemon stores. Um, we went and did a bunch of like Gunpla stuff. Because the friend I went with is really into Gunpla.
Okay.
We went and saw the Statue of Liberty at Tokyo Bay. Uh, I had it's actually pretty cool because if you get the picture right, it looks like you're in New York City.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
Yeah. Um.
I can only imagine how that would be for an American to go and see one of your guys' national landmarks in another country.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely smaller than the one in New York.
Yep.
But it was also given to Japan by the French. And then
Right. Oh yeah.
when we were looking up about it, apparently the original one, the Japanese gave back to the French, and then they built their own. I don't know what that's about, but it's
Hmm.
just kind of funny.
Interesting. Yeah.
While we were at Tokyo Bay, we went and saw a one-to-one replica of the Unicorn Gundam, which transforms, which is really cool. Went to the what's it called, Cafe Eorzea for Final Fantasy 14, and had lunch and got to do all that. That was a lot of fun. The Pokemon store was a lot of fun, but we spent so much money there. It's
As
just,
you do.
yeah, it was a blast. I had fun, but my friend is planning a 2027 trip, and I'm trying to figure out how to tell her politely that I don't want to do that again. Now that I didn't have
Okay.
fun, it's just, I did it once. That's good enough for me.
And traveling is very exhausting, which I'll talk about with mine. Because what they're 00, your so it would have been. What was the time difference?
Um,
5 hours. I'm thinking because if I'm 10 and you're 15 from me and Japan's 0.
it was let's see. Right now it's 8:41 in the morning, so it's
Oh, an hour
12, 13
from
hours.
me.
No, 15 hours.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'd only
15
lose an hour.
hours. 15 hours ahead.
Sweet. All right, cool beans. Where's my cat girl figurine
Oh, yeah,
though?
I'm not like that.
No, I
um,
mean get one for me.
yeah. Yeah. No. I spent not getting there. I spent about $1,200
Yeah.
just
Yep.
on gifts and food, and then I
Is
spent another, let's see, $1,100 on the ticket, and I spent $750 on the Airbnb. So it
yep.
was really expensive.
Were the people are you or your friend that you went with native speakers at all? Like
No, no.
no?
I know very few words. Um, my friend knew a little bit more and is a little bit more of a, not a conversationalist, but like she knows a little bit to have a very small conversation.
Okay.
Um, but
Because my question kind of centered around like how did you feel you guys were treated by like shopkeepers and stuff over there? Because I've heard mixed, like some really don't like white people, some
it depends on where
like
you
love it.
go. Um,
Okay,
because we have a mutual friend who used to live there. And he was telling me that Tokyo is a very uh, words I can't think of tourist area.
okay,
So everything is more English friendly, and they have a lot of English translations everywhere that will help you, tell you where you need to go and all that stuff. Um, and if not, there's Google Lens and Translate and all that stuff, which I used a lot. But whenever you get further out from Tokyo into like places like Kyoto, that's where it's more anti-white person, and I don't know
okay.
if it's like a race thing or just they don't. I don't know. I didn't really look too into it. Um, but yeah.
Yeah. I just saw. Again, it's only from internet stuff, so it could be just a completely false narrative. But I've seen things come out of there, like where at restaurants and stuff, they'll have like closed in English on it, but then in Japanese underneath it says something else, like welcome. Like yeah, so if you don't speak Japanese, then you won't like they'll refuse to serve you or something like that.
So there probably was places like that, but we didn't encounter them. And like I
Yeah,
said, I think Tokyo is I, f- I feel like Tokyo shows tourists what they want you to see. And not necessarily what life in Japan is really like. Um, because like while I was there, like all the shopkeepers were friendly, and
mm-hmm.
they always said pleases and thank yous, and they always had a smile on their face, and it seemed a little fake, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah. But if their business runs off tourists, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Because like even at our local shop, well, not local, the big city shopping center, I guess that I went to over Christmas. Um, oh, do you have anything else you want to add? Sorry, before I'll just jump
No,
into
no,
mine.
no, no, no. You go. You're good.
I was just going to make a comparison. And I was wearing my TSMP shirt. And I was with my kids, and we walked in because I was buying Christmas presents. And she's like, "Oh, I really love your shirt. What's it from?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's from a podcast that I listen to, blah blah blah." And then like, so we go, and she's like, "Oh, do you need any help?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just browsing." So we go through the store, and then there was another man behind me, and she's like, "Oh, you've got a really cool style. Where's that from?" And I'm just like, "Fuck me!" Like, they're just saying that she's a greeter that says that to everyone.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is good salesmanship for sure, but you don't need. I don't think you need to be disingenuous about it. Just say hello. Hope you have a good day. Do you need any help? Like, you don't need to pick out a compliment.
Yeah, and that's just something that I picked out, from my time there, is that like everyone, they seemed like eager to help you and all that, and I like the only thing I had to compare it to because I myself live in a tourist town, and you know nobody here is as friendly, it's.
Yeah, but I'm glad you had an amazing time. Makes me want to go even more.
Yeah, and whenever you do go, and you want your little nudie, half naked, girly cat girl figurines and stuff like that, like, there are stores for that. Um, I while looking for several gunpla kits, like there were definitely a lot of, figurines that I saw, and
Yeah,
they
to
looked.
be honest,
I'm just kidding. They looked really good. I mean, like, if I was into that and I was a collector like that, like I probably would have gotten one. But
yeah. I'd be more looking for like MHA or Dragon Ball Z or stuff like that.
yeah,
Because I'm sure they'd have some good stuff there as well. But I need to brush up on my Japanese because I don't want to be I don't want to feel helpless over there and not being able to speak the language. And I need to convince my wife to go because she is definitely not an anime person. I'm slowly getting her into video games, but yeah. She makes fun
eventually,
of the voice acting every time I have anime on in the bedroom TV.
yeah.
Like, she'll just be sitting on her phone or reading a book, and like, because Tournament of Power recently popped up on one of our free TV channels, Dragon Ball Super. They released the entirety of that, and I was watching Tournament of Power again, and she's just making fun of the power up noises that the voice actors make.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. That's one of the things that I don't really understand about anime. Is and it usually, from what I understand, it stems from Dragon Ball Z. Because there have been, I've read reports on how the Japanese voice actress for Goku or something or someone like passed the fuck out recording a power up scene because of all the
Hmm.
screaming.
Yep. Yeah, and I think Sean Chamel who's the English VA for Goku, had a similar thing. But it's just wild to think that both those actors, the Japanese and the English for Goku, have been doing it for like 25 years.
Yeah. Oh, and then I saw something, just the real quick tangent here, um, about One Piece, because apparently sometime
Season
soon
2.
One Piece is ending. They're gonna go on a hiatus and then go to bi-weekly releases, um, and whenever they do that, that was just season one. So season one is something like 1140 something episodes, and they're
Yep.
finally going into season two, and then they've got the remake coming out at some point by Wiz Studio, and
Oh,
the original voice actress said she doesn't want to do it, but she's being strong armed into doing it.
interesting.
Yeah.
English or Japanese voice actress?
I think it was Japanese. I want to say that the picture of the woman in the post I saw was Japanese.
Yeah.
But yeah, it makes
Because
sense because like she's been doing Luffy for some 25 years or something like that. So
yeah. Because I started with the lovely guide site that you provided me, I believe, to watch One Piece.
Oh yeah, One Piece.
Yeah. But they didn't have uh the dub for a lot. I got up to like episode 40 and then it was just subs.
Uh,
So I'm gonna have to start again with subs because I can't switch halfway through. Um, so I'll get around to that at one point. But I feel like that's a really good way to catch up. Because my son got a One Piece video game for Christmas, and I'll just roll quickly into my Christmas before we get into stuff. Because we travelled up to the big city to visit relatives. Fun, but also ready to leave at the end of 3 weeks. We saw and did a lot of touristy stuff, despite it being mine and my wife's hometown. But it's changed a lot because it's been about 6 years or 5 years since we've been there. They've got the... we went to the world's largest fun centre for the Southern Hemisphere called Area 51. It's got like a high ropes course, bowling alley, play centre, ninja park, basketball court, tennis court, sideshow alley, VR experience, all that kind of stuff. Basically a theme park enclosed in a centre, which was good because it was either hot or rainy when we were down there. Had a pretty good Christmas. Went to visit a relative I don't really get on with, but I suffered through it, as you do at Christmas.
yeah, I
But
feel
was
that
definitely
100%.
ready to come home. I had a small mental breakdown on the day, but I got through it.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah, it was. The kids enjoyed themselves, which is the main thing.
Yeah.
I got some pretty cool presents. Just some games, really. Big shout out. I'll shout Mick in the main episode as well, because he was my Secret Santa, and I got some amazing games from him.
Yeah, you were mine, which I was surprised
Yeah.
about. And
I was just like, okay.
yeah, and then I got Kana, so I immediately went and got her to get got her Expedition 33. So
Yeah, nice.
and from what I understand, she's played a little bit of it and has enjoyed what she has played, so that's good.
Yes, we need to recruit more people into the cult of Expedition 33
Yeah,
after TSMP shat on it in their Game of the Year awards episode.
yeah. It was playful, but it's one of
None of them have actually played it.
Nope.
So we gotta change that.
Well, I have a plan, so
Okay.
I just have to make it happen.
Yep. And I bought a shit ton of games prior to the new year of Backlog Golf, so I didn't have to increase my score. I got Black Myth Wukong. I got... Where's my Steam library? Actually, I'll just pull that up. Darksiders 3, Returnal, which is apparently getting a sequel in 2026.
Oh yeah.
Will
Okay.
be cool. The Broken Sword series, because I was also semi-planning with you about Season 2, so we don't let our wheel go into just Final Fantasy and Assassin's Creed, and we're playing that week on, week off.
Yeah.
As fun as that would be.
Because, dear listeners, that's pretty much what's left.
Yeah. It wouldn't be bad because they're different types of games, but
Yeah.
I feel like for content variety, we also need to chuck some on there. One thing I'm pissed off at, though, is Disco Elysium. Because I bought that because one of us wanted it for Season 2, and then it goes on Epic like 2 days after.
Oh.
And I was like, I only paid $8 for it on GOG, but it's still like, damn it. If that was Steam, I probably could have refunded it.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Oh god, I've spent so much money on games in the past
I
couple of
know.
months.
I love when you sent me that message. Like, why did you show me ggdeals.com?
Yeah. So I went on a spending spree and purchased all the games that we have planned.
Mm-hmm.
And then I picked up a game called Wild Growth. I don't know. I've played a little bit of it. It's kind of like I don't know what to explain it, but it's a little indie game. It's pretty fun. And then I've got a game called Fever Meme, and then You Got Me Code Vein, as well as Shin Megami Tensei 5. Uh, I think it's a visual novel of George Orwell's Animal Farm. I figured that'd
Oh,
be pretty
cool.
interesting because I had to read that in high school. And
Yeah. I wonder if
between,
that's on
yeah,
Steam.
between that one and I don't remember the name of it, but it's a really fucked up book about a bunch of stranded kids on an island and they go fucking batshit crazy. Um,
Lord of the Flies?
yeah, fuck that book. Um, and then I also got,
Orwell's Animal Farm.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like I said, I didn't know it was a thing, but I enjoyed my time reading that one, so I was like, why not? Like, it'd be a good little refresher of the book. And then I got Tomb Raider, the remastered 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, apparently. Shadow of the Tomb Raider was on sale, so I got that. The new Lords of the Fallen. And then
Hmm.
I downloaded the demo to a song that I'm very excited for called Blade Song. It's kind of like a sim, and it has a lot of story to it. I haven't made it very far into the game, but I kind of saw where it was going. But I think I'm going to enjoy that because basically you're a blacksmith and you fix and make swords for people.
Yeah, cool. Um, while you were talking, I just bought Animal Farm. So
Oh, is it
I'm now
still on
+1
sale?
for the year. Yeah, it's $1.45
Yeah, like
Australian, so that's what 80 cents for you.
yeah, something
So
like
it's
that.
just a steal. Yeah. Does it have Steam achievements? Because that would be even better.
I have no idea because I did have it on my wish list
It
for
does.
I think it was Epic or GOG. I don't remember. And then
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me check Steam real quick and see if it's on Steam because they got that winter sale going
Ooh.
on, and it
It's got
was.
multiple endings.
I don't know how to feel about that because there's only one ending to the book.
Yeah. I haven't read the book, so I'll be able to give it a fresh perspective. Um, in terms of playing, have you been playing anything?
No. My friend wanted to do a fresh co-op campaign in Elden Ring with a couple other people, so we did
Okay.
that for a little bit, and that's pretty much my only time in Elden Ring. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 because as soon as we got back, the new patch dropped. Um, and then uh, not next week's, but the week after's game. I can't remember when we're recording for it, but I've been playing that game, so that's it. I only really feel like I have time for 2 or 3 games to play at the same time. Otherwise, everything just gets a little jumbled and yeah.
Yeah, that is fair. Um, yeah, I'm way ahead on podcast games, luckily. Um, I rolled credits on the one for 2 episodes' time. So I started downloading Baldur's Gate 3, and that is
Yeah.
ready to go. I'm really looking forward to it. I rolled credits on Silent Hill 2, the remake of that. It was very good, very scary. Haven't played the original so I'm quite immune to any controversy that the community had about it being remade. Um, yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I'd probably recommend that for anyone that wants to play Silent Hill that hasn't. Um, because I played Silent Hill 1 in about September last year. Had to emulate on the PS1, and it was not a good time. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Silent Hill 2, though.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It'd be pretty similar. Like, it'd be the same if we went back to Resident Evil, Parasite Eve, any of those mid 90s PS1 horror games for Silent Hill 1.
yeah.
But Silent Hill 2, yeah, because everything was modern. I guess the controls were updated, combat was updated, the voice acting was alright. And yeah, I'd never experienced the story before, so it was really, I didn't notice anything out of the way. Really good themes and messages. And I was talking with Dane about it, because he's played the original and looking at jumping into the remake. And there's some big implications, apparently, that we were talking about between the two games and how they're kind of connected but not connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the same game, but also kind of not?
Yeah. So if you're happy for me to tell you what the community thinks the spoiler is, I can.
Probably not,
Okay.
in case we have any listeners that
Oh,
haven't played
just
it.
tune out for 10
I was
seconds.
like, me personally, I don't care,
Yeah.
but there might be someone who hasn't played it.
It's a new... So from what Dane's told me about the original, it's pretty much as the same experience, but it's more to do with like I can't really even say that without spoiling it. They're connected but not connected, so it's the same experience.
So is it kind of like the difference between Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth?
Yes, that is a good.
If you
That's a
kinda,
good comparison. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's a great comparison
can-
actually
yeah.
from what I know of those games. So yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense, and that kind of covers what it's about without spoiling anything.
except if you know what the twist is with Final Fantasy VII Remake, but that's okay.
No, I mean, yeah, yeah. That's fair. Yeah.
I've also been playing Tales of Xillia, the remaster of that, because I never had that on the PS3. I've been super impressed with Bamco recently because they're actually remaking games that are hard to emulate. So good on them for giving more product to the masses. We're still on Patreon, aren't we? Yeah. I'm using a pirated copy, but I am going to purchase it after I've finished my run because, yeah, I'm happy to give them money for good product.
Good. Yeah. And how is where is that in the long list of Tales games?
So PS3 era. So it is the third newest game. But because of Sony's crappy emulation and it only being released on the PS3, it is stuck on that console.
Gotcha.
And they're very much like Final Fantasy. Each Tales game, unless it is specifically sequeled, is its own thing.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It does have a direct sequel
'cause, like-
also stuck on the PS3, which I was hoping they would do a double pack. But I guess they wanted to see if it was going to be successful first before they remaster the sequel.
It was like something I've noticed about all the Tales games is that they tend to go on sale like super cheap, quite often. So like
Yeah.
I've been buying them as they go on sale because I've heard nothing but good things about them.
Yep.
And like eventually I'll get to them, but like
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard not to say no to a $40 game on sale for like $5.
Yep. And Bamco were in my bad books for a while, because I love their games, but they remastered Symphonia 3 times when they didn't need to. One was a port to the PC, but then they remastered it when it's very, very playable on all modern consoles already. But then they released Tales of Grace's F last year, which I believe was a Vita exclusive prior to that. And that was wonderfully remastered for like PC and consoles. And now Xillia. So fingers crossed we get Tales of the Abyss, which is 3DS or PS2, or Xillia 2 next.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 3 games that you're probably talking about that go on sale often, Symphonia, Zestiria, and Berseria, they're the 3 that go on sale. Arise goes on sale every now and then. I'd hold out for the Beyond the Dawn expansion double pack for that.
Let's see. I think I also have Arise.
It's not good.
Forgive me while I forget the... No, it looks like all I have is Tales of Berseria.
Yeah.
But I think Arise might be on my wish list.
Berseria is excellent from what I've heard. I haven't finished it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool.
And that's all I've been playing. In terms of watching, again, because we had no internet where I was staying, I only watched Record of Ragnarok Season 3. Which is good.
Yeah, I don't remember if I started that one or not. There were a couple, or rather a few, Greek mythos-based animes that kind of started around the same time, and I get them all mixed up. Because there's Blood of Zeus, Record of Ragnarok, and Thermopylae May or something like that. I don't remember. I think it was a Netflix original.
Yeah. That one was more a comedy, wasn't it?
I don't know. I haven't gotten into it yet, but they're all on my list.
Yeah,
like
I enjoy
my ever expanding backlog.
I enjoy Record of Ragnarok just because it has it's not just Greek or Norse pantheon. It's like everyone, and it has, for those that don't know what it's about, Ragnarok, the end of the world, has been called in by the gods. They want to destroy the earth, so they have a fighting tournament of which it's the best of 12 matches, or 12 or 13 matches, let's just say. One fighter is from the humans and one fighter is from the gods, so they pull people from space and time to bring them there. So for example, the first fight I think was Lubu versus Poseidon from memory.
Okay.
It's been a while. There's about 3 fights per series, per season. There's a lot of backstory, which has been really cool because some names I didn't know. Like in the second one, and they really pull into the mythos. Like fight number 2 is like Adam from Adam and Eve versus Zeus.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't clicked on them to watch them, but I've seen clips floating around about from the Adam v Zeus fight, and having you sit there and tell me what this one is about tells me that I have not seen this one.
Okay.
So it is Blood of Zeus that I started, and I think there's a second season of that just recently dropped within the last year or so.
Is it a similar premise?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
I watched it so long ago.
I'll just go check it out.
So,
because
yeah. I think that one's also on Netflix, but I don't remember.
Yeah, and I really appreciate Netflix anime because they drop a whole season at once. Take note, anime companies.
Yeah, it's definitely it is on Netflix as well.
Yep. Yeah, cool.
I haven't done too much anime since I've been back. I've been keeping tabs on what's releasing in Q1 of this year, and there's a lot that I'm excited for, such as, Fenris season 2, and there are a few others. Um, but where I stopped off last time, I was in the middle of watching Spy Family season 3, and I got a couple episodes left on that, and I forgot the other one. Oh, To Your Eternity season 3. I'm still in the midst of watching that, but I think I have a long way to go before that one's finished. Um, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So,
Question for Spy X Family, or Spy Family,
yeah.
however you pronounce it. Is there, like, I get that it's like a feel-good, like, comedy kind of family kind of anime, kind of.
It is definitely a kind of funny, kind of anime,
Okay.
kind of, yeah.
Is there an overall kind of arching premise there?
Yeah.
Because Lloyd was meant to
It is
capture someone, wasn't
definitely
he, at the start?
something kind of like that. He so the premise, the very basic premise of the game is you have this super spy, named Night Star or something. I don't remember what his call sign is, but he's like a super spy. He's like the best at his job, and in order to save, this area, this place that they live in, he has to go deep undercover with this school because all of the headmaster and all that, they have deep ties to, um, the other side or something. I don't remember, but that is the overarching premise of the entire show.
Okay.
Is keeping their country safe by any means necessary. It is definitely kind of like a monster of the week episode based thing, which is fine because I feel like they loop in the overarching story very well, with everything else. But you have Lloyd, who is a super spy, and then you have his fake wife, Yor, who is an assassin, and then you have their adopted daughter, Anya, who can read minds, and they also have a dog who can see the future. So, like, basically,
I don't think I'd gotten that far.
Anya knows. Yeah, yeah. It's a fucking wild ride, and it's so good. But like there will be times where the dog will save lives because like he'll see into the future, and then Anya, who reads minds, like will see what he sees, and then like it's funny because she knows that her adopted parents are an assassin and a super spy, and she is so dumb. This child is very dumb, but it's part of what makes her lovable as a character,
Okay.
because she's sitting there believing that she's helping her dad, with his fight to save the country, and like it's a fantastic show. It's a great time. I love it.
Cool. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of like regular TV. Like a lot of Harlan Corbin's work, if anyone knows him. Lazarus recently came to Prime. It was really good. He's basically a psychological thriller writer, and a lot of his books have been adapted for television.
Okay.
So I've watched Lazarus and I'm Missing You, which are two of his works. Yeah, just good 6-episode psychological thrillers with a twist at the end. That, unfortunately, you can probably see coming by episode 4.
Okay. So what's your question for us?
Yeah, it was a bit late. I do apologize, but basically, fitting in with the game of the fortnight, Ion Fury. Um, top 3 characters that don't know how to shut the fuck up, because the protagonist in that definitely does not know. However, in true misogynistic fashion, there is a turn off the protagonist voice button in the options, which I found hilarious
Oh,
from the developers. Yeah.
it, I did not look at that. And maybe I should
I
have.
had to, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but do you have 3 characters who need to learn to shut the fuck up?
Um, let's see. My first one that immediately comes to mind, as much as I love the little bastard, is Claptrap
Okay.
from the Borderlands
Mm-hmm.
series. And then
Have you seen the movie, the live action movie adaptation at all?
no,
Okay. Jack Black
no.
voices Claptrap in that, which kind of fits.
Okay.
Because Jack Black, as much as I love Jack Black, he's done some awesome movies. He needs to shut the fuck up at times.
Yeah. And like I said, it's he's funny and like he toes the line between, being funny and overbearing about it.
Hmm.
And but there are times where it's his voice. The original voice actor for him did a really good job at
Yeah.
being just annoying.
Yep. Yeah,
Uh,
he passed away, the original VA, sadly. Um,
did he?
yeah.
I th- huh? What I thought was this after 3 because I know there was
Uh,
that controversy about him not even being asked to come back to reprise his role as
okay.
Claptrap or
I might be
something.
thinking of the wrong
I
thing then.
I don't know. I might be. I haven't really looked too deeply into it, but uh, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Oh, no. So David Eddings just had a fallout with Randy Pitchford, and that's why he wasn't asked back.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad. I might have been thinking someone else.
Um. I'm sitting here looking through my games and I'm not seeing anything with outside of Ion Fury and the one line quips.
It can be from movies or TV as well.
Yeah, I'd figured. I can't think of anything where someone was annoying enough to be like, God, I wish they would shut the fuck up.
Okay.
So what about you?
Yeah, I've got a couple. Um, First up is the main character from Archer. Um, Funny as fuck in the first 4 seasons. But then Archer went on to have like 11 seasons. And trying to watch them all, particularly one after the other, is not a task I would recommend for anyone. Um, and by the end of it, I was just like, I am sick of this dude's voice. It just needs to stop. So
That's
I
fair.
might be pulling it out my butt with that one. Um, my next one was Deadpool, mainly because it gets him into trouble. But I think he knows that he's immortal, so he's sweet with it. Um, I really like Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of him in the movies, and also in games and cartoons and stuff. Any kind of experience where he is, he's always the guy that comes in, says something to make matters worse, and then leaves.
Yeah.
And my final one is the kind of the main iteration that Ion Fury was made of, which is Duke Nukem. I don't know if you've ever played a Duke Nukem game, but
I have not, but they're basically the same thing as Doom
Yeah.
and Ion Fury, yeah?
Yeah, except Duke's just a real, like, he's just an asshole. John St. John, who also does some voice work in Ion Fury, voices Duke. He's just a big old jock asshole. And he needs to shut up.
Yeah, he's got that. Oh yeah, you know that I don't know anything about Duke Nukem except I've heard a couple clips and it just kind of seems redundant and not very good. But you know, yeah, I can't think of a third one because I did think of a third one, but then I immediately forgot it because brains are stupid.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyway, let's just. Oh, yeah. I got a good one. Every single NPC in Skyrim.
Nice.
Because I was just old enough to where the voice actors only had, a very small pool of voices or voice lines that they did. So it's always annoying running around towns and cities and hearing the same 4 lines of dialogue.
Yep. And that's been a major barrier for me getting into that game, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Apart from, the time sync. But
So apparently what it is and is that there's tons of lines of dialogue, but there's only 4 voice actors.
okay. Yeah, right. Very interesting.
So
Alrighty, well, yeah, we might dive into the main episode unless you have anything else.
No, I was just gonna say we had a guest, but he's gonna have to bow out because he got the times or the days wrong. He thought it was tomorrow and not today.
Ah, I
So.
sent him. Okay, that's alright. I sent it in AEST, but that's all good. Did he just message you?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
that's fine.
Alrighty, so we'll stop it there. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Spectre Approved, a video games podcast where 2 gamers play a game where we shoot boomers. Wait, no. It was the other way around, wasn't it? One of them. I'm your host Adam, and I'm joined once again by Fenris.
That's me.
So, the game that we played this week was a Patreon pick, Ion Fury, picked by Dane from Dane and Jeff's Media Dump. If you would like to pick a game for Fenris and I to play, head on over to patreon.com/Spectre Approved, where for as little as $5 a month.
Yeah, it's 5 Australian, 350 US.
Yeah. You can join the Patreon, and then you get to pick a game, more than one, actually, because we cycle it through for us to play. And if you are able to come on and record with us, which unfortunately Dane was not able to this time, you can come and do that.
No.
But
we have fun
what
here.
was... Hopefully. Just listen to the Patreon section and you'll hear how my Christmas went. Fuck. Anyway. What is Ion Fury? It was developed by Voidpoint and published by 3D Realms, launched on August 15, 2019. It's a first-person shooter built on a heavily modified version of the classic build engine, the same technology that powered 1990s shooters such as Duke Nukem 3D, Blood, and Shadow Warrior. The goal of the team was to create a nostalgic retro FPS experience that still incorporated modern conveniences like widescreen support, map interactivity, and auto saves.
I feel like they did a good job at that.
Yeah, 100%. It didn't come without controversy though, because during its development, the game was originally titled Iron Maiden. However, in May-July 2019, British heavy metal band Iron Maiden filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against 3D Realms, claiming the game's title and branding could confuse consumers and improperly leverage the band's identity.
I feel like that's a bit of a stretch, but whatever.
Yeah, I have thoughts. Lots and lots of thoughts, because we're going through something, well, not me personally, but a company in Australia, and I don't know if this has made the news over in the US, is going through a legal battle with Shady Records and Eminem specifically, because they're a pool company, like they make pool fencing and shade sails and all that for swimming pools, and they're called Swim Shady.
And they're going through the same thing?
Eminem's company is suing them, yeah. And look, this isn't a multi-million-dollar company. I think if you're in a complete, and this is just my personal opinion, don't shoot me, I'll delete it if it's going to cause controversy, but probably should have saved that for Patreon, but anyway. If you're in a completely different kind of section, like, people aren't going to confuse a pool company with Eminem. They're using a pun. They are using a pun to get leverage, for sure. But that's, I
mean, like, yeah, like that. I don't know. I don't know anything about legal stuff like that, but I feel like that's dumb. Like, and that just doesn't really seem like the kind of character that Eminem is. So, I don't know.
I was surprised. I think maybe it's just his people. But the reason I bring that up is because I feel the same way about the game. I don't know. To avoid a protracted legal battle, because they're a fucking indie studio, they changed the title to Ion Fury ahead of launch.
Yeah.
Voidpoint's intent was a faithful homage to classic shooters, complete with the large non-linear levels, which I'll talk about later, secret areas, which I'll also talk about later, and a fast-paced run and gun style. The protagonist, Shelley Bombshell Harrison, provide a throwback action heroine while still fitting in tonally with the humor and style of the Genesis era.
And for those of you who haven't played it and don't know anything about it, it's basically a Doom clone.
Yeah. So I played this on PC.
I also played it on PC.
I completed the game, and it took me 10.1 hours.
What? 0.1 hours?
10.1.
Oh, 10. I thought you said N.1. Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, 10.1 hours. That's what Steam tells me, at least.
Okay. I also played this on Steam, as I just said. I did not complete the game. I only finished like 2 of the 9 chapters. So,
and to be honest...
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, my initial gut reaction on this one was just like, it's a Doom clone. It's a female main character instead of a male silent protagonist. That's about all I needed to know.
Yep. And I very much mirror your initial impressions, I'm like, this feels like Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein 3D, which are my exposure to boomer shooters.
Yeah.
I also thought, just moving into first impressions quickly, um, the music in this is freaking stellar. I
Yeah.
loved everything from the title, the intro music, the little the nice little cutscene which builds the world for you. Um, I was super impressed. I'm like, yeah, I can really like jive with this because I'm old and I say jive. But you know, the music was like fits that cyberpunky type style, very like early Blade Runner, early oh, what's that
Kind of
one
like
with Arnold
dark synthwave and
Schwarzenegger?
all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Remind me of that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger that got remade with Colin Farrell later.
Uh,
Um,
I I see the movie cover in my mind, but I
Total
don't
Recall.
know.
That's
But
it.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, remind me of Total Recall. Yeah, it was just killer. So I was really impressed with that going in. Why'd I pick it up? Dane recommended it for his Patreon pick, obviously.
Hmm.
And my immediate reaction during the first hour is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this.
And then you did.
Yeah,
Yay! I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Um, because like, yeah, I couldn't. I spaced this game out pretty well. I played it in about an hour bursts for reasons that we'll get into.
Yeah. Um. Well, I pretty much already said what my first impressions of this game were. It's a gender swapped main character who actually talks and has the cool one line quippers that you would get from the man's man game we were just talking about.
Yeah,
What Duke Nukem? Duke Nukem. You get the quippy one liners from Duke Nukem that are supposed to make you feel strong and cool, and while you're running around killing all these cyber bullies, uh, and that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, I quickly picked up that it was a Doom clone and a boomer shooter, and that pretty much told me what I needed to know about the whole game. Because
yep.
yeah, it's yeah.
It feeds well though into the core gameplay loop, because you're doing exactly that. You're chucked into a level. You have to run around, navigate, kill everything in front of you, open doors, find some secret areas if you can, and rinse and repeat.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. The controls were definitely smooth. You
Mm,
know, there's really not much to say. If you played a classic Doom game, you know exactly what you're getting with this. The FPS was buttery smooth. You got the nice little head bob that comes with the Doom clones. The combat was just finding weapons and using them. Um, I don't think that there were. I mean, there's obviously exploration, but I have a difficult time playing Doom clones and Doom originals because like with the way that the background is rendered, like it all looks the same to me, so I can't I never find any of the secret areas or anything. And anytime it's time for me to move on to the next level, like I can never find the exit.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, like those are what I have to say about combat and exploration and anything like that. But I don't think I had any issues as far.
I have a bad time with directions in real life. Um, so the level layout and the openness of them was a big contention point for me. I had a lot of trouble finding out where to go, and I just backtracked so many times. I'm really thankful that enemies didn't respawn because of the amount that I backtracked.
Yeah.
But just back to controls quickly. Were you on a controller for this?
Yes, I believe I was.
Okay. I played mouse and keyboard because that's just how I grew up playing boomer shooters. So whenever I do a shooter of a certain nature, I go mouse and keyboard. Um, and it was, yeah, fantastic. There was no... I always turn my sensitivity up real high as well, so I can like snap around. And sometimes if a game is poorly optimized, it doesn't really cater to that too well. But this game definitely was able to, I guess, keep up with the playstyle and really does live up to the fast-paced nature of boomer shooters. There's also a jump, which is very handy because in some games, some older shooters, there's no jump.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember
Um,
if there's a jump in OG Doom, but I don't think there
don't think
is.
so.
Yeah.
No. So I was able to clamber up on rooftops to get better vantage points because, and it'll lead in your combat gameplay. I died a lot in the first level of this game.
I died a lot in the second level of this game. But real quick, I wanna touch back on the jump mechanics because
Hmm.
unlike because of not time constraints, but the time that the games came out. And yeah, there wasn't a jump mechanic, I don't think, in the original Doom game, so it was all just one level. And with Ion Fury, there are multiple levels in this game. You know, you Adam just said, you know, you can jump up on rooftops or find, and they had these little like stair kind of platforms that you could jump up on to get to a higher level. And that was something that I honestly, as a modern gamer, took for granted because, you know, every game has jump mechanics nowadays. So, and it's not something I really thought about, but yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it was definitely helpful because, like I said, in the first level, I was getting smashed from all sides.
Oh
And I
my.
think another modern convenience that I don't believe you had in Doom and the like is that you had damage indicators, so like it would tell you the direction that you're getting shot from, which was really helpful. Um, I also found the enemies quite chunky and quite beefy, um, at least at the start, especially those red enemies that shot like the crossbow at you.
Yeah.
I had a lot of difficulty with them, especially when they were up on a rooftop. Um, but I think
Yeah, there was a way that I found dealing with those relatively quickly, and that was dual wielding akimbo, the two Uzis or whatever, the submachine guns. So you just dual
yep,
wield those and then just come across them and just pump them full of bullets and then just kill them really quickly.
yeah, and that's something else that I really enjoyed is you got to experience what four weapons just in the first level.
Yeah, it was a shotgun, pistol, submachine gun, and then
And the electrifier,
yeah, the
which is your melee
electrifier.
weapon.
Yeah, yeah. Which
Um,
the weapons in this game were actually pretty cool. I enjoyed that, but we're not there yet. Uh, for as modern of a game as this is, I didn't have any kind of buggy issues. Did you?
nope,
No.
all good.
Uh,
Made by an indie dev, no bugs.
yeah. I feel like for what it is and what you get out of it, I feel like the game respects your time. And
I
disagree.
Yeah,
I
10
mean,
hours is too long for a shooter.
okay, okay.
But maybe that's just because I got lost. Um, yeah, I don't know.
I
It could
mean,
just be a me problem,
it.
and I'm happy to admit that if it is, but
I was like, I also got lost, so I completely understand where you're coming with that. I'm looking for.
yeah, and I think we'll see it when we get to Fear, um, because I've got a lot of experience with that game, and I'm expecting it'll take me about 4 hours to beat. Um, and I think with even on my first playthrough, it was about 7. Um, so I don't know. I think shooters like even Halo and stuff like. When I was a kid, I used to play that through co-op with a mate, and we'd get through it within the day. Um, so I don't know. I just have a high expectation, I guess, of time, uh, how much a shooter respects my time, because it's unlike an RPG or an action game. Most of the time, you are just doing the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to concede that 3 hours was probably me getting lost in the levels.
Well, according to Infinite Backlog, 10 hours is what it takes to beat this. So,
Okay.
and then it's like 29 hours for a completionist run. So, I mean, I,
Yeah, that's the different difficulties and the different game modes.
yeah, so take from that what you will.
Yep.
I will not be doing that. I did not know that this was a boomer shooter, and I am not a fan of boomer shooters, mainly because of the repetition of the gameplay. But
Yep.
um,
In terms of combat, I just want to go back to that quickly.
yeah,
Um, I really enjoyed, I guess, the visceralness of it, which is present in a lot of them. But this game was only given a teen rating, I believe. I think because you're decapitating robots, not humans. Um,
probably, yeah.
but yeah, you can decapitate people. You can stomp on bugs, which I love doing.
I,
Because those bug enemies were annoying.
yeah, no, I didn't know you could stomp on them. If I did, I would have done that.
Yeah. And I feel like yeah, the combat, particularly with the what I just call the electrifier, you can essentially like I kind of use the Bioshock method of the stun and gun.
Yeah,
So I'd like stun an enemy with the electrifier and then shoot them. Like to be honest, I use the pistol for majority of the game. I switch between the Lover Boy, which was the pistol, and the Penetrator, because of course all the weapons have lovely names, which is the SMG.
okay, yeah.
So
I
that's a Duke Nukeism, where they name the games as double entendres.
yeah.
Um,
Uh,
but
yeah. Go
yeah,
ahead.
there was something else I was going to say for exploration as well as combat. Oh yeah, back to combat. I basically just switch between the pistol and the SMG majority of the time, because I don't know how ammo drops work, but that is what I had the most ammo for majority of the time.
Yeah. I used the. I forget why I used it. There was something that the crossbow did that I really liked. So I used the crossbow a lot, and I paired that with the SMGs, and
Oh, yep.
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Oh yeah, no. And that's pretty much what I did. At some point, I went fully into the SMGs because I found out that I could dual wield them and kill things faster. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I started doing, and I was using the crossbow too much and running out of ammo. So
Yeah, I dropped it pretty quick because I was a bad shot. Um, you reminded me of something else. Every weapon has a primary and a secondary fire.
yeah,
Which is maybe why you like the crossbow, because the secondary fire for the crossbow was you can charge up to 5 bolts and fly in a horizontal line to cover more area.
I don't think I knew that.
Okay.
I think I was just running around doing the single bolts.
Okay. Yep. Um, because I remember the pistol secondary fire was at limited range, like closer range. You can use the mount or use your crosshairs to hover over enemies, and it locks on.
Something like that, yeah. There was a
Yeah.
very good aim assist with this game.
Yeah. 100%. And just exploration as well.
Yeah, the
There
level
was secret.
design, the level design on this game was done really well. I feel they definitely gave you a lot to explore.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm just a dum dum and can't. It took me so long in the first level to find, like, I think it was a red key where you had to like jump up, go through a little gap in like. Oh no, it was the sewer level. You had to like jump up, go through a gap, and it just took me so long to work that out. Like I'm talking a good 20-30 minutes.
Yeah, the same with me. I ran around both levels that I did a minimum of 3 or 4 times before I finally found the item that I needed or the exit
Yep.
to the level. So
As it, the design does have some good interactivities with the environment itself, though, later on, and I don't know if you would have experienced these because I forget what level they were, but there was like uh, billiard pools, drinking cans of soda. There's a shooting range minigame in the shopping center level,
yeah,
and there's all sorts of like cool little. You can use darts. Did you ever get the vehicle as well? Do the vehicle level?
no,
Okay. Um, that was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't like first person driving, but it was pretty cool. It's just a short, like, you in what's called the Road Ripper, and if you think of like, uh, you haven't played that. I was going to say Persona 5, but if you think of like the first person Mako traversal to Feros, when you go and do get Benezia, it's
ew,
like that but first person. So
ew.
basically on rails and killing things.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I would have liked that because the
Not
parallel
that
you
long
gave
though.
was visceral. I have not so fond memories of the original Mako from Mass Effect.
Okay. I think when we go if we play Legendary Edition, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Oh yeah, no, I've played through the Legendary
Oh,
Edition, and I love the upgrades and all that they did for the Mako because it runs so much better and it's so smoother. And this is the wrong game to talk about because we're not talking about Mass Effect. We're talking about Ion Fury.
that's okay. Quality of life.
Quality of life. That's it. Yes.
Definitely turning Shelley's voice off was quality of life.
Yeah, I wish I would
I'm
have known
sorry,
about that.
but I would do it to Duke too, so it's not just a female thing. It's an annoying protagonist thing.
Yeah, with, 10 voice lines that you hear over and over and over.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Also checkpointing, which I was very very much appreciative of
Uh,
because of how much I died.
yeah, the checkpoint system saved my ass on several occasions. There were times where, because I don't know if this is how you have to play the game because it is a boomer shooter and it's just point, weapon, shoot, kill, explore. But like there were times where I felt like I had to be strategic about how I did something because Like I kept dying over and over and over, and just running in and trying to kill everything just wasn't working. So I had to think about what I had to do and where I had to go for, or not where I had to go, but like who to kill first or whatever. Like it was
Yep.
interesting. Yeah.
So there were a few different guns, some that you maybe didn't get to experience. So Loverboy, which was the triple-barreled revolver, Disperser, which was the shotgun that had a grenade launcher ultimate fire, which I completely forgot about.
Yeah, I use that one on occasion.
Um, the chain gun or the minigun, the ion bow, and the bowling bombs and grenades.
Yeah, see, I forgot that grenades were a thing. I think I used them once or twice when I remembered that I had them. There's an instance, I think, at the end of chapter 2 where you're in an open area and it's just being swarmed by mobs of enemies. And that's where I got the
Yep.
most use out of the grenade launcher on the shotgun and the roller bombs.
Mm-hmm. I think I also struggled because of the way that Boomer Shooter health and shield works. Um, I am very much of a time where I have a rechargeable shield in the majority of the games I play. So having to pick up medkit and armor again was a experience that I don't really like.
Yeah, see, knowing what I was going into, like I knew to look out for that stuff. But having a rechargeable shield via, what was it, like body armor? I feel like that was a really cool mechanic, but it just kind of forces the exploration bit of this game.
Yep. And some later power ups, again, that you might not have experienced were like hazard suits, so you could walk through damaging environments like lava or nuclear waste or whatever, protected you from that. There was also the classic damage or rage power up where because she got angry, your damage increased.
Oh, okay.
A la Doom and Wolfenstein, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, so was that about it on combat and exploration and
Yeah,
gameplay loop
yep.
that isn't, because the voice acting I feel like I got enough of. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was good. Um,
Yep. There's only two credited voice actors for this. Valerie Aram, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, who plays Shelley, Bombshell Harrison, and then John St. John, who plays Dr. Yadis Heskell,
who
who's the bad guy.
is, yeah, he's a bad guy. He's or John St. John is also a recurring voice actor.
Mm-hmm. Duke
So
Nukem, the voice of
yeah,
Duke Nukem, and many others.
yeah. Um, because one thing I found out while going through this game, what little I did, was that this is a sequel. Um, and the doctor dude that's after you has been after you since the previous game, and I that was kind of off-putting for me because I didn't know this was a sequel or a spiritual successor or whatever. But
Hmm.
I was playing the game, and I came across this one bit where the doctor starts talking to you, and he's like, "Oh, I hate you and I'm gonna kill you," or something like that, and I'm just like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like I had no idea
Oh,
who
yeah,
this guy was.
Bombshell. Um, I think we're pretty right because I'm pretty sure Bombshell was released after Iron Fury.
Yeah.
In the way that like prequelitis happens.
Yeah.
Um, 2016.
But yeah.
No. So And that one was made by Gearbox. Okay. Oh no, a prequel. Ion Fury is the prequel.
Ion Fury is the prequel?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. That's a friend of mine told me that it was a sequel, so I guess I should have
Okay.
done a little bit of research on it, but I didn't.
It's all good.
I was just shocked because, this random dude who I didn't know and couldn't see was talking to me, telling me about how much he hated me. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I have no idea who you are, my guy. Like, as far as I know, I'm killing these people because they blew up the building I was in.
They
like,
stopped me having a drink in the bar, so
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna kill them all.
yeah. That's how the game started, and
Yeah.
and that's the story that I got. And then as soon as this doctor character came up, I was just like, well, I kind of lost interest because, I didn't know who he was or what he wanted or where he came from. He was just a new character.
The story is nonsensical at best. So much so that this might even be the first episode of Spectre Approved that we don't do a spoiler wall, because there's not really anything to spoil.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't play the game long enough to actually see if it went anywhere. It was, after a hard shift, this character is having a drink at a bar, and then these cyberpunk bully people start blowing shit up, so you get pissed off and start killing them. And that was it. So
I have to go back though and shout out to, let me just get the pronunciation so I can say, Jarko Rochtin, who's the composer for this game. Because like we said at the start, the music is freaking amazing. Beautiful, fitting for a sci-fi cyberpunk game. The real synth wave mixed with enough kind of beat and almost, look, I'm not an EDM guy, so I'm probably using the wrong terms, but enough like tempo and bass to keep you hyped up, like to keep you going.
Yeah.
A big detractor from Doom that uses like the heavy metal and the heavy drum and guitar to keep you going there. This does it through the synthwave kind of, what would fit in a futuristic boomer shooter.
Yeah, and that's all part of the formula for making you feel like a badass while you're running through this game, killing things. Because you listen to the music and it gets your blood pumping, and you feel strong. So it was really good.
And
go ahead.
I was just gonna talk about the sound effects.
Yeah.
Guns sounded good. They did sound of a 90s time period, but I believe that's what the developers were going for. Same with the enemy, like, grunts, I guess, when you hit them. The type of, like, Wolfenstein Doom type things. So I think yes, would it fit a 2019 game? No, but it fits what the developers were going for. I love the crackle on the electrifier.
Yeah, that was a really nice sound effect. Because it gave that air of dangerous electrical weapon. Like, I don't know if you've ever held and set off a taser or a stun gun, but like, it's kind of exhilarating.
I'll put it on my bucket list. And like the squishing of the bugs as well was pretty good. The jump sound got a bit annoying. I wasn't able to turn that off when I turned the voice off, but yeah, mainly just because I was like jumping trying to find secrets and stuff.
Yeah, running back real quick to voice acting. The female character, main character, is obviously female. All of the pictures I found of her online were how do I put this?
I'm just
It's
googling it now.
it's basically sexy woman, big boobs, badass, like geared more towards straight men who like powerful women. And
Mm-hmm.
the noises that this woman makes while she's running around the map, uh, I it made me uncomfortable.
She does have some really big voice acting pedigree, however.
Yeah, absolutely. The
Um,
voice actress is she's got a really good repertoire.
yeah, she has been known for playing like sexy characters.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Black Cat in a lot of Spider-Man stuff, Catwoman in a lot of Batman stuff. Um, then Naoto in Persona 4. I won't tell you what their deal is because we haven't got there yet. And then one of the sexy, in inverted commas, characters in Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shit. That's sorry. That just brought up. That's something that I didn't talk about on Patreon. I ended up buying the remainder of the Trails series
okay,
over Christmas. So yeah,
nice.
that is now complete for me to. I'm only up to game 3 of 12. So
I ended up completing my Tomb Raider collection. So yeah,
you,
after purchasing the remasters, like I don't have any more Tomb Raider games to play until the Atlantis game comes out. What was it, this year, next year, something like that? Whatever. But we digress.
visuals. I have a real issue with them. Not because they're bad, but because my vision sucks and I can't really. I'm not good at differentiating that. So I had a lot of trouble navigating around particular areas, and in terms of like finding secret areas, I wasn't able to discern many at all. It's Chrono Cross all over again, where I couldn't find items in the background because they weren't sparkly.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same in that vein because something I've noticed between this game and the original Doom games is that the 2D rendered backgrounds are very samey. There's nothing that discerns anything because the main element of this game genre is exploration, which is fine, but like I don't know. Like maybe this is I'm just an old man who likes to be told what to do and where to go. But like I feel like after I kill everything on the map and I'm just running around looking for the exit, like there I feel like there's something inherently wrong with that.
Yep, I agree. But maybe we're just not meant for
And
boomer
yeah,
shooters.
and that's basically
I can hear Willie and Dane yelling at us that we're wrong. But
that's fine. Like boomer shooters are their thing, you know.
yeah,
Like Willie is constantly bringing Doom up, uh, and Steam Machine, and it's obviously a favorite of his, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not for us, and my deal with that is because of the repetition. I don't get on with a lot of the when thing because I get that video games are repetitive, but like there are things that you can usually do to kind of break up the repetition, and whenever a game like this where there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of story because, you know, oh, these guys interrupted my afternoon, drink at the bar.
Mm.
Like, now I have to kill them all. Um, that doesn't seem like a very good story, especially when you have someone that I've never met before um, in this game telling me that, he wants to kill me and do away with me. Like, that just, I don't like that. Um,
Yep.
and then when you're just running around killing things and looking for hidden objects, it just, I don't know. It's too repetitive. That's all I can really say about it.
Yeah. I am kind of keen for us to try at least one, either modern Doom or Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Because apparently they are like heaps more layered.
Well, I've got what was the Doom 2016, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
where it's not open world, but it's more open world than the original Dooms. Yeah, because I have all the Doom games because I played them as a kid because I didn't know what I was doing, and running around and killing monsters was fun, you know. But yeah, I think I've got Doom 2016. I don't know what it. Yeah, yeah. So like, and then from what I understand, the newest one, Doom Eternal, is fantastic. So,
Uh, yeah, and Doom: The Dark Ages,
or
which
the
came
Dark
out last
Ages.
year.
Yeah, yeah, the Dark Ages. That's the one I was thinking of.
That that one has like full 3D maps that you can bring up.
Yeah.
It's freaking amazing, but collectible heaven. Um, and also like the Metroidvania thing where you need to come back to and have your more abilities that you get further on in the game to unlock past stuff.
I
With the new ability.
wait. There are abilities in this game.
I guess so, because there was stuff locked off to me that I couldn't get to. Like I could see a collectible on the map, but it was locked
Oh,
to me, and there were no keys or anything like that. So I'm guessing you had to come back with an ability.
oh, interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Uh, Speaking of real quick, a side tangent. The map was a really good feature. I enjoyed the map. It took me
Yeah.
a little bit to understand how to read it, because it is like the basic of basic, and it's just like lines that are drawn. So it took me a while to understand how the map read, but actually having a map was beneficial, and that's something I actually forgot about.
I would have dropped the game if it wasn't for the map.
Yeah, and I, I
100%.
I didn't know that there was a map because, like I said, I loaded it up, I started playing it, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a Doom clone. Okay, cool. So I didn't even know to look for a map. I don't know how I came across it, but I just randomly pushing buttons and a map popped up, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be nice.
Yep. Um, yeah, we didn't have any. I didn't have any glitches or frame drops. The game ran well, probably because it's low res.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and we've already gone over the basic premise. Uh, I feel like I've touched on the characters and whether or not they were well written. Uh, but what did you think? Having
Look,
played the entire game where I didn't.
yeah. Um, I've got a Wikipedia summary which I'm gonna read out just because I had no idea what was going on as I was going through the game. So basically, a transhumanist cult led by the insane and dangerously charismatic Dr. Yadis Heskel emerges as the central threat. Heskel has unleashed an army of cybernetically enhanced soldiers and augmented cultists on the streets of Neo DC, effectively causing chaos and attempting to seize control of the city. because the city is under siege and the situation is rapidly deteriorating, the GDF tasks Shelley with stopping Haskell and neutralizing his cybernetic army. In keeping with its retro inspirations, most of the story beats occur through brief mission intros, in-game text, and dialogue snippets, and environmental storytelling. The story culminates with a direct confrontation with Dr. Haskell and his ultimate plan, driving Shelley forward to save Neo DC. And Shelley battles through numerous strongholds, factories, streets, labs, and other zones filled with enemies. You know, it's pretty, yeah.
So this is
Pretty bare
basically,
bones.
as far as getting a story out of it, it's basically Elden Ring. Explore everywhere and read everything. It's like I didn't know that you had to do that. I assumed that there would be, you know, a story told and not something that you would have to figure out on your own.
And look, I think we're looking at a bare bones story at best. Go
Yeah,
beat the bad guy, kill the robots, save Neo DC.
yeah, and I think that's like, this is probably a bad parallel, but like Call of Duty and its online play, I feel like the gameplay for this game is what people are really after, because they want something like classic Doom that all at the same time feels different.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
I think with the world building though, it was really well done. Each kind of area that I went to felt quite unique.
I can agree.
Despite it being in a like futuristic city of which you would think everything looks the same. Yeah, all the different areas, like the factory. There's even like a park level, I'm pretty sure. And then you go into like the main kind of laboratory complex where the bad guy is. Yeah, it was all different, while still meeting with the sci-fi. I felt like I was in a sci-fi game, so that was good.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Uh, does it have any replayability?
Yes, I'm going to say. I played on the easiest difficulty because I suck. But there are 5 different difficulties in this game, I believe. And there's also a different game mode called Arrange Mode, which I didn't participate with because I was done after the main story, if I'm being honest.
Oh, is that something that unlocks after you beat the game?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay,
I
because
didn't touch on it.
I don't remember seeing anything like that.
And there's also a DLC called Aftershock, which I believe has a more sizable amount of content.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So if you want more of this game after beating the main story, it's definitely there for you.
Okay, that's good to know. What about? I don't think there are multiple endings, are there?
No.
And with the way the game is set up, there's no side quest or. I mean, I guess you could say that the secret areas are optional content. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it does the whole Doom thing again of telling you how many secret areas you found at the end of a level, and that was always low for me.
Yeah, mine was always non-existent, so just because, you know, it's a secret area. How am I supposed to find it if it's secret? But anyway, I feel like this game was. I don't remember what I paid for this game. It was like $10-15 or so, and I feel like that might be a little too much for only 10 hours of gameplay. But again, for these games, I feel like, you know, you play this as a completionist, and if you're getting 30 hours out of this game, you know, more power to you. and that might be worth the price tag. But for me, it's not. It's just there are too many negatives about this for me.
Yep. I paid 15 Australian, so I think it's definitely worth that price for me. Yeah, the DLC was quite pricey, so I probably wouldn't recommend that unless it's on sale for a steep discount. Um, but yeah, with very much echoing what you said, Fenris, it's not for me, but with the amount of difficulty increases and for people that love the little nuances in a boomer shooter that entails, and like speedrunners and the aftershock DLC and the attract or the whatever the new mode is, I think that would give people enough, because there's how many levels? Oh, there's
You
7
said that,
episodes,
yeah,
each with about 4 levels in them.
yeah. Like I said, I only went through 2 of the episodes. I think I don't know. Um, I don't remember how far I got in this game, um, but yeah. Were there any moments that stuck out to you, gameplay wise or
Mm,
story wise? Correction, non-existent
probably
story wise.
stuck out. Yes, probably the vehicle section.
Yeah,
It just broke up the gameplay nicely. You got to run over cultists, which is always good.
yeah.
But yeah, that was about it. Probably the first time I picked up the SMG as well was a standout moment, because I'd been having trouble, not trouble, but I just had the pistol, and I think maybe you pick up the shotgun before the SMGs as well. But they were just a real game changer for me.
Yeah, for me, a moment that stuck out to me was the moment I found out I could dual wield SMGs, because like that was definitely like a hell yeah moment, you know. Um, it's like I'm gonna kill things so fast, riddle them with bullets. It's gonna be fun, and it was a lot of fun. Um, but unfortunately, like the my experience was soured because I, as previously stated, don't really get on with boomer shooters. So
Yep. And another standout moment for me was probably the first decapitation I got. And I was just like, oh, hell yeah, we can explode bits and bobs off these robots
yeah,
and kick their heads around. That was quite fun. There's an achievement, I think, for kicking a head around
yeah.
that
Um,
both of us got. Yeah, kick 20 severed heads. We both got that.
nice. I don't remember kicking heads, but cool.
You do it. I think just running over them when they're on the floor kicks them
Oh, okay.
automatically as well. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Um, Another thing that soured the experience for me were the bugs. Like, I wasted so much ammo trying to kill the bugs, and they moved way too fast, and I just, like, even with a shotgun, it was just too much.
Yep. Yeah, it was. Oh,
And it was
yeah.
just
The
like,
first moment that you get them, where it's like that horror movie moment,
yeah.
where you come down the corridor and then the door locks behind you, and then it unlocks, and then all the bugs are there. It's just like, I was like, oh, okay, that's a different turn.
And it's like, for something that is as tiny as that, like, I get that it's a swarm and you have to kill them fast, but like they killed me so quickly, and it was very off-putting.
Yep. Yeah, they were a constant source of frustration for me throughout.
Yeah, because like you, I played this on the easiest setting because, boomer shooter. Like I'm not looking for a challenge, you know. And I feel like they just killed me far too quickly on the easiest setting, and that didn't feel good.
Yep.
But, shall we move on to ratings?
Yeah. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I'll go first. This is
Okay.
a very strong not fun for me. I just it's a boomer shooter. It's the same thing. Like I'm sorry, Dane. I don't get on with boomer shooters well, and I didn't know that this is what that was, but um, there are some positives to take away with a negative, like it being a modern game and having a lot of quality of life features that you don't get in classic Doom, which was nice. So, but and me being a gay man, I don't want to sit there and listen to a sexy blonde big boobed woman like moan and grunt her way through a game.
Uh, yep. Um, at this point, before I give my rating, I'd like to say to Dane, feel more than free to record a rebuttal for us because you weren't able to attend today. Because I'm also giving it a not fun. But I'm kind of copping out because I'm saying not fun for me. But I do think people that enjoy boomer shooters would enjoy this game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like this is a genre that you have to like to enjoy.
Yep.
And I
Yeah, it was this same thing when Dalton and I recorded for. It was a double episode, Mortuary Assistant and something else. It was a side-scrolling boomer shooter essentially,
yeah.
um, and it was terrible, and I hated it. But it wasn't for us. Um, yeah, so that, like Fenris said, plenty of good takeaways, just not 10 hours worth of them. Would have been lovely. Great music, combat. Yeah, if I was better at it, maybe. But it does give a lot there for those that like the genre or want to get into the genre. To be honest, I'd probably recommend it as someone's like, if you're not experienced with boomer shooters, I'd say this would be a good entry point for you, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I was thinking the
Um,
same thing actually because it is a modern game with a lot of modern quality of life stuff. And the weapons are fun and interesting like they are in the other Doom games.
mhm.
And yeah, I definitely agree with you 100% that this would be a good entry point into the genre if you've never played a boomer shooter.
Yeah. But yeah, that unfortunately, it's a not fun from both of us. However, once again, if Dane wants to record something touting how great this game is, as he loves to champion the games that he likes, I'll chuck that in at this point. Because we also had no correspondence from Infinite Backlog
Oh,
either. Um, so I don't know. It says that the sales are like they had a bit of controversy again around the sales and reviews because it came out on PC first. It was in early access for a little while, a couple of weeks. They didn't really get sales data on it, but apparently there was some transphobic stuff in the game.
I read
Um,
about that. I didn't look into
yeah,
it, but I read about it.
the developers apologized, removed the content, had a $10,000 donation to an LGBTQ plus charity, and conducted sensitivity training for staff, which I feel like they just got caught doing the wrong thing, maybe, because that's all cop out HR ass covering stuff that companies do.
Yeah.
It still got review bombed though, so it's currently, I think it's currently mixed on Steam because of that. Because the people that don't look into the controversy obviously like the game, and the
Uh,
negative reviews
it's
might center around something like that.
currently very positive on Steam.
Oh, okay. They might
Both,
have had the.
yeah, both in recent and English reviews.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Oh, there's the
Yeah.
trailer
Cool.
of the car thing. Okay. Yeah, see, whenever I started playing this game, I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't look into anything about this game. I just, started playing it. So,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
anyway.
Um. Oh, it was Indie Game of the Year,
Oh, wait for.
2019.
Oh, nice.
Hmm. So yeah, it's obviously for people, just not us.
Yeah, which is fine. Like I don't feel bad about not liking this game because
No.
everybody has different tastes and opinions, and they just don't line up with those that like games like this, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. And that's one thing I've definitely learnt doing this podcast and working with you, Fenris, is that like when I did the solo podcast, I felt like I had to put a positive spin on every game that I played and find something good in every game that I played. Whereas because there's two of us now, and I guess I feel more confident voicing when I don't like something,
Well, it's like, and
we're able
we
to do
have
that.
had episodes in the past where we had differing opinions and we rated games differently.
Yep.
So, and like I said, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because everyone has different likes and tastes, and it just because you like something doesn't mean that other people will as well.
Yeah. So that is Ion Fury, everyone. I probably do recommend checking it out on Steam if it ever goes under $10 and you like boomer shooters. But thank you once again for listening. Like I said at the top of the episode, if you would like to support the show, help us keep the lights on, help us play or choose what we play for some games. If you want to torture us, that's also fine as well. To a point, we have a caveat where we can veto a game if it's not appropriate for going on air, for example. So don't make us play any rape simulators or anything like that, because we won't do it.
See, I never thought that a rape simulator was a thing until you said something, and now it exists somewhere out in the world.
It used to exist on Steam, but luckily they don't. They've removed that. Almost, and they've removed some content almost to the point of being derivative, but that's a topic for another day. I got
Yeah.
off track once again. So if you would like to support us even after that comment, head on over to patreon.com/Spectre approved, where for as little as $3.50 US, $5 Australian, you can help support the show. Also, head on over to the Discord, in which the Steam Machine Network operates out of. Every podcast on that network, bit.ly/TSMP Discord, all caps.
And speaking of TSMP Discord, it is led by our benevolent leader, Dalton Suter, aka Now the Nightmare. If you like the music at the beginning and end of our podcast, you can go and find that. Maybe not that, but his music at nowthenightmare.bandcamp.com. Go check out his music, buy an album. It's really good. And at the same time, if you would like to go and sample some other stuff that he does, you can find him at Dalton Suter on YouTube. So go chuck him a follow and a couple likes if you like his stuff. You can find me, Fenris Wolfsbane, everywhere: Discord, Steam, Epic, EA, GOG, Final Fantasy XIV on Gilgamesh. We're almost out of the 7.0 generation, which is good for others, and there's been some controversy about 7.0, but that's a different game.
Ooh, let's
I
talk about that next Patreon.
Oh,
I'm curious to hear about that.
okay. Also on, I forget what my name is on Infinite Backlog, but I think it's like Drake Writer or something. I don't remember, or BD Jensen 90. That's it. Yeah. So come find me and say hi and add me as a friend. And what about you, Adam? Where can the lovely people find you?
On the Discord, Blue Sky, Instagram, all the main socials. I don't think I forgot any there. As Spectre approved, Steam and Xbox, I'm Dark Aries, and on Infinite Backlog, I'm still Revive Pod. They didn't change the friggin' name. It will be Spectre approved. They were meant to change that last year. That's okay.
Yeah.
So if you would like to, I also put up the games a little bit in advance if you want to see what we're playing, and if you want to put any correspondence there about your thoughts on the game, that is for an upcoming pod. Just chuck something on Fenris or my wall and we'll read it out on the show.
Yeah.
So the next game we're playing,
far
out, man. Oh, yeah.
I forgot to add this into the show notes. My bad. But I believe it's Baldur's Gate 2, correctly?
No, Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, that's right. It's Dragon Age Origins.
Them.
Yeah, that's right. We
that's
switched
all
it.
Good.
Yeah.
A very important game for both Fenris and I.
Yeah.
Because Dragon Age is actually what kind of got us talking to start this podcast. We started going through together, talking about our playthroughs on Dragon Age to Valgard. And Dragon Age is a series that we both have a lot of history with, a lot of playthroughs with. So it'll be an interesting episode, I think, from what we've been talking about for this playthrough, at least.
Yes. I have a lot of things to say about this game. Yeah.
As do I.
This time around, not all of them good. But
yeah, which is surprising for me also.
Yeah, so if you want to know what those things are, tune in the next fortnight when we talk about Dragon Age Origins. Do
you want to do Awakening as well? Or?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
So because I've never done Awakening, and every time I play it, I was like, oh well, I'm gonna do all the DLC this time, and then I never do.
Yep. Because there is a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So Dragon Age Origins and maybe Awakening as well.
Yeah.
For that one. Yeah, like I said, no spoiler wall because there wasn't enough story for this one. So a shorter episode, which is why we kind of waffled on a bit as well. But I am going to leave you an awesome track from the soundtrack, Anti-Static.
Oh, that was a good one.
My standout track, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So that'll end out the show today, coupled with Dalton's or Null the Nightmares exit track for the song. So happy New Year, everyone! Get those gaming resolutions going, and I am Adam,
and I'm Fenris,
and happy gaming.
Bye.